Welcome to Sleep Story Studio, where gentle tales help your mind relax and your body drift into peaceful sleep. Find a comfortable spot, take a slow, deep breath, and let yourself unwind. Tonight, we'll journey into the quiet forest with the bear's winter slumber, a soothing tale of rest, calm, and gentle dreams. Chapter 1. The First Chill. The first hint of winter crept softly through the forest. A delicate frost clung to the edges of the leaves, sparkling like tiny crystals in the early morning light. The air had grown cooler, carrying the sharp, fresh scent of pine and the earthy aroma of soil and fallen leaves. Deep in the heart of the woods, a bear stirred in her den. She had spent the summer roaming the forest freely, tasting honey from hidden hives, feeling the cool waters of the stream run over her paws, and resting beneath the sun-dappled canopy of towering trees. But now, as the forest whispered of colder days ahead, she felt a quiet, familiar pull, a gentle reminder that it was time to prepare. Slowly, the bear rose, stretching her strong, furry limbs. She sniffed the crisp air and listened to the soft, rustling leaves stirred by a gentle breeze. Everything around her seemed to signal the same thing. The forest was ready for change, and so was she. Her paws padded softly over the forest floor, brushing against moss and fallen twigs. Here and there, she paused to inspect a berry bush, tasting the last ripe fruits of the season. Each bite was sweet and fleeting, a reminder of the summer that had been, now slipping away quietly like the light of day fading into dusk. As she wandered, the bear felt the familiar comfort of the forest wrapping around her like a soft blanket. Every tree, every stone, every whisper of the wind felt alive, carrying stories of seasons past. She knew that soon she would retreat into her den, curling up in the warmth of leaves and earth, listening to the slow rhythm of the world outside as she drifted into a long, peaceful sleep. But for now, there was time to wander, to taste, to feel, to prepare. She moved slowly, deliberately, taking in the forest's colors, scents, and sounds. The leaves crunched softly under her weight, a gentle, calming rhythm. A crow cawed somewhere high above, and the distant babble of the stream added its own quiet song. The first chill of winter was more than just cold. It was a signal, a gentle nudge that a new rhythm was coming. The bear felt it deep in her bones, and though she would soon sleep through the quiet months ahead, she embraced this moment fully, savoring the forest's final whispers of warmth and life before the long rest began. Chapter 2. The Journey Home. The bear felt the forest's chill deepen as she walked. The sunlight, softer now, filtered through the bare branches, painting the ground with patterns of gold and shadow. Each step was deliberate, her paws pressing into the soft, damp earth, leaving gentle impressions behind. She paused by the stream, watching the water sparkle in the fading light. The current whispered over smooth stones, carrying the scent of winter and the memory of summer. The bear bent down and drank, the cool water sliding down her throat, refreshing her for the journey ahead. Around her, the forest was changing. The leaves, once bright and full, now lay in thick blankets of amber and crimson. Some clung stubbornly to the branches, trembling in the wind like tiny lanterns. A few birds chirped their last songs before the long migration, their calls echoing faintly across the quiet woods. The bear felt a gentle excitement mixed with calm. She knew her den waited, a cozy, hidden place beneath the roots of a great oak tree, lined with moss, leaves, and soft soil. It was her sanctuary, her quiet refuge for the months to come. As she moved through the forest, she breathed in the crisp air, letting the scents and sounds guide her. Every now and then, she would pause, sniffing the wind, listening to the faint rustle of branches and watching the snow begin to dust the higher branches. Tiny flakes drifted down like delicate feathers, settling softly on her fur. She shook them off with a gentle shake of her shoulders, smiling in her own bare way at the first whispers of winter. The journey home was slow, peaceful, and filled with awareness. She felt the forest around her like a companion, each sound and scent a gentle guide. The crunch of leaves beneath her paws, the murmur of the stream, the whispering wind, they all led her to the den, to warmth, to rest, to the quiet rhythm of sleep she would soon enter. And as the bear approached the familiar hollow beneath the oak, the forest seemed to hold its breath. The air softened, the light dimmed, and all around her the quiet of winter welcomed her. Soon she would curl into the safe, warm nest she had prepared, and the long, deep sleep of hibernation would begin. But for now, she lingered at the entrance, savoring the calm, the stillness, and the gentle hush of the forest settling into winter. Chapter 3: The Den of Dreams. The bear stepped carefully into the hollow beneath the great oak. It smelled of earth, moss, and the faint sweetness of leaves, a scent that felt like home. The den was quiet, soft, and safe, cradled by the roots of the tree and lined with layers of moss and fallen leaves. Every surface was familiar, every shadow comforting. She paused for a moment at the entrance, listening to the forest outside. The wind whispered through the branches, carrying the soft murmur of the distant stream. The first snowflakes drifted lazily down, landing gently on the forest floor. The bear inhaled slowly, feeling the cool air brush against her fur, and exhaled, letting a sense of calm wash over her. Inside the den, she curled her large body into a snug, protective ball. Her paws tucked close, her nose resting on a soft paw, and her ears catching the faintest sounds of the world outside. The den was warm, yet cool enough to signal the start of her long sleep. She felt the gentle rise and fall of her chest, the steady rhythm of her own heartbeat blending with the quiet hum of the forest. The bear's eyes grew heavy as she settled deeper into the nest of leaves and moss. She felt the slow pull of sleep, a gentle tug that invited her into dreams before the world outside was ready to awaken again. She drifted, each breath drawing her closer to rest, each heartbeat slowing in perfect time with the calm forest. Outside, snow continued to fall softly, covering the trees in white and silencing the distant sounds of the forest. The wind hummed a lullaby through the branches, and the faint trickle of the stream became a gentle rhythm, a quiet song for the bear's rest. In her She wandered through sunlit meadows and sparkling streams, reliving memories of summer's warmth. She felt the soft grass beneath her paws, the cool water of rivers rushing past, the scent of flowers carried by the breeze. But now, these memories blended with the calm of winter, creating a gentle, serene dreamscape. The den embraced her completely, every shadow, every sound, every texture wrapped around her like a blanket of safety and warmth. She exhaled slowly, and in that exhale, she surrendered fully to the quiet, to the sleep she had been preparing for, to the long months of hibernation ahead. And as the bear drifted further into slumber, the forest outside became a hushed, frozen sanctuary. The snow muted every sound, the wind softened its song, and the world held its breath, giving her space to dream, to rest, to sleep. Chapter 4. The Long Sleep. Time seemed to stretch and soften inside the den. The bear's body lay still, warm and heavy, tucked into the soft bed of moss and leaves. Her breathing was slow and steady, each exhale a gentle wave, carrying her deeper into rest. Outside, the forest slept too, blanketed in snow, quiet and still, as though the world itself had slowed to match her rhythm. The bear drifted in and out of dreams, her mind wandering through soft golden meadows, sparkling streams, and sun-dappled forests. Each dream was gentle, fleeting, and comforting, like a lullaby woven from memories of summer. She felt the soft brush of grass beneath her paws, the faint warmth of sunlight on her fur, and the cool kiss of a breeze that carried the scent of flowers and pine. The days and nights passed without distinction. The snow fell steadily, muffling every sound, wrapping the world in a blanket of silence. Sometimes a faint rustle from a distant branch or the soft fall of a lone leaf would drift into the den, only to be absorbed by the quiet, never disturbing the bear's peaceful sleep. Her dreams were slow and soothing. She wandered through forests where the trees whispered secrets in the wind. Rivers sang songs she had once known, and every leaf and stone seemed to glow with soft, gentle light. She felt safe, cradled by the den and the forest beyond, her mind adrift in a timeless, calm world. Even as the forest outside endured storms, snow, and frost, the bear remained untouched. Inside, she was wrapped in warmth and stillness. Her body rested, her mind roamed, and the rhythm of her breath became a quiet melody in the den, echoing softly with the heartbeat of the sleeping forest. Time passed like a dream within a dream. The bear's body grew stronger with each passing day, her mind refreshed by the slow, gentle pace of winter. Every sound, every touch of air, every faint scent carried her deeper into calm. She felt the world soften around her, and she softened with it, becoming part of the quiet, slow rhythm of hibernation. And so she slept, deeply, calmly, completely. The den, the forest, and the bear all existed in a shared, quiet stillness, a perfect balance of warmth, safety, and timeless rest. There was nothing to hurry, nothing to disturb the peace, just the slow, steady rhythm of sleep, carrying her gently through the long, silent months of winter. Chapter 5. The Heart of Winter. The den was quiet, a soft, warm sanctuary cradled beneath the roots of the great oak. The bear lay curled in her familiar nest, every muscle relaxed, every breath slow and even. Around her, the forest was still, blanketed in snow, muffling every sound and softening the edges of the world. Time no longer mattered. Days and nights blended into one gentle rhythm, measured only by the rise and fall of her chest, the quiet hum of her heartbeat, and the subtle whisper of wind brushing through distant trees. Each sound, faint and soft, seemed to lull her further into rest, a gentle cradle rocking her deeper into sleep. In her dreams, the bear wandered through endless quiet forests. Moss covered the ground like soft carpets. Streams sang their gentle songs, and sunlight filtered through leaves in warm, muted rays. Everything was calm, serene, and slow. Even the smallest sounds, the rustle of a leaf, the faint tap of a snowflake, were soft, almost like music played for her alone. The den wrapped in her comfort. Moss, leaves, and soft earth pressed gently against her fur, holding her, safe and warm. She felt the forest around her as a gentle pulse, a slow, steady rhythm that matched her own heartbeat. The world outside might move and change, but here, in the heart of winter, everything was still. Everything was calm. Her breath became the softest of melodies, the inhale and exhale, a quiet song of peace. Tiny dreams drifted through her mind, gentle and light, carrying her across frozen streams and under snow-laden trees, always slow, always soft, always safe. There was no hurry, no noise, no worry, only the quiet embrace of stillness and warmth. The forest itself seemed to sigh in harmony with her. Each snowflake that fell, each whisper of wind, every faint rustle of distant branches, all became part of the gentle lullaby that held her in place. She felt every heartbeat, every breath, every gentle shift of the earth around her, and with it, she drifted even deeper into calm. And so, in the quiet heart of winter, the bear slept, deeply, softly, peacefully. Every sound, every scent, every gentle movement of the world around her became part of the lullaby that carried her and now carries you into your own soft, endless sleep. The den, the forest, the bear,